What's up, YouTube? So I picked these things up. Thought they were pretty neat. Hopefully they'll work. What they are is there was a couple different things I could get. It has these. This is a first opening, by the way. This is for my windshield, and it's me dropping stuff. Wait a minute. Yep. All right, there we go. Comes with instructions. Big thank you card from them. So it's a insulated visor for the front window of the E450, 350s, 450s, and a friend of mine from the Facebook sent me the link to this company, and I really appreciate Sandy for doing that. But this is the instructions, not like it's really complicated. It's from a company called Vanncamp. So it's Vanncamp. Vanncamp. I don't think it's going to focus on it, but anyhow, I'll put a link down below. Now these things are insulated, and they're made overseas, China, I believe. The good thing that I did think that was pretty neat about them when I was looking at them online, like they're very well supported vertically, meaning vertically, so they won't sag and collapse. They are insulated, insulated, and there's another layer of insulation in here. So I thought that was pretty cool. So that's going to go in the front window, and these are for the side. Now, what is neat about these that I've found is they have magnets in them. So along in here are magnets that will stick to, actually you can see, right? So yeah, there's magnets in here, and they stick to the window frame. So they go, well, it says, I got a little thing here, it says Vanncamp. I think it's like, oh, it says up, interior up. So the black part goes inside, and it'll hang on the window like that. And you can also, watching the video, like fold a top piece down. So, but these are also insulated. The insulation part is probably like the main reason I wanted them. I was initially going to build with my sewing machine. Yes, I have a sewing machine. Yes, I know how to sew. I'm not like, you know, Versace or anything, or Hugo Boss, but I know how to operate a sewing machine. As a matter of fact, I actually sewed these Velcro pieces on my thing there, and I probably need to go over them and do them a little better. But Velcro is kind of hard to sew, but as long as they don't fall off, that's probably the main thing. And that's just for my little strap from my bed here. But yeah, so anyhow, where was I? Oh, so I was going to build a curtain that, like, put the bar like across here and have like a curtain, and then I'd pull it to the side, and like with the magnets so they stick together. A lot of Sprinter vans have them. I see Garrett the Nomad. If you don't follow his channel, you can look him up, Garrett the Nomad. He's got a pretty cool channel, does cool stuff. He's got a Sprinter. Well, he's got it. He always keeps his closed a lot, and I'm like, I could probably build something like that. So that was my initial thought, was to build something. Put a bar across there. Nobody really makes one of those for E-Series, but that would require me to build, cut, sew, design, probably a lot of work. So I thought it would just be nicer to find some insulated window covers. They make them, you can find them for Sprinters and ProMasters all day long, but finding stuff for the E-Series, it wasn't easy. So luckily somebody hooked me up. Thank you, Sandy. And I also ordered these. Now these are kind of cool too. Same type deal. These go on the side windows, but they're screens for bugs. So I can slap these over the window on the inside and keep the windows down and have a screen to keep the bugs out, especially if we're in a nice area. The one thing about, as far as this RV, I mean, I have this window over here, and there's one on this slide over here, but most of the time, like if the pillows are in there, and I don't really open that window very often, but we do open this one. The one thing I'll say is, like, it's got the little frameless windows, so they're only, you know, this big, and they tilt out, you know, which is fine at night. It does a great job with the fan on the ceiling. You turn that on, and I mean, it pulls air through here like nobody's business. But I actually had looked into the like the Lexan windows, like some of the Travados have, where they actually unlock and you tilt the whole thing out, and then the screen comes up and a blind comes down, you know, you can split them and they tilt out. Those are like really cool, and you can really push them out far, and you can definitely get a lot of airflow with those. But I don't really know if somebody could make something. I'm sure anybody can make anything if you throw enough money at them, but I don't want to. I'm getting kind of tired of spending all my money here. So, you know, I'm only working so much overtime, trying to, you know, kill myself to get this done. So I got these screens so I can at least try them on the front. So what I'm going to do is, you're going to be a witness to my first fit. So stand by, and I'm going to try to work on fitting these in. Okay. So here we go. Real time. No edit. Real time. Up interior. This is the wrong side. This is the correct side. It says up interior. All right. Well, let's see. Wow. The magnets click right on there. Tuck these out the way. Now I do have the power mirrors over here, but I like the way that tucks in right there. So let me move this over. What did that take? Somebody let me know. 10 seconds maybe? So, all right, well, let me see. Hold on. Wow. Well, I can tell you, I don't see any light coming around there. Let me move you over here a little bit. Let me see. All right. What do you think? Huh. Okay. Well, that's pretty slick. I don't really see a lot of light coming through. Let's move you over there and try the front. Okay. Let's see. Here's the front one. Let's see which way. I think this is the Black Sea inside, so it goes this way. Man, let's see. Real time here. Real time. All right, I bumped my mirror a little bit. I have to fix that. I think this is correct. It's a little snug on the grab handle over there, but let me see if it says it slips around the mirror, which it most definitely does. I definitely think this would be more of a two-person type job, at least for this front windshield. But I'll tell you what, That sucker fits right up in there. Let me go to the other side real quick. Stand by. All right, now I'm in the passenger seat. Let's finish this up. You can tuck it underneath of the grab handle there. And yeah, I can almost do it by myself. Take the straps, move them out the way. Well, I'm gonna tell you, that, whew, cold breeze. That's a pretty good fit. That's a tight fitment, that's for sure. So that's, I mean, I guess if I wanted, I could put these down to keep some of the light out. Well, let me slap this other one on the side here, because that's a pretty good fit. I'm not complaining about that, that's for sure. Let's do the side one now. All right, here's the side one. Let's see. Close this just a little bit. I don't know if you can hear that, but that's the magnets clicking on that sucker. And the way that tucks in there, and tucks right there, and pop these in here. Let's see. Wow. Wow. Man, that is dark. That really blocks out a lot of light. That blocks out a whole lot of light. If I put this one down, I mean, that kind of, wow. Man, that really blocks out a lot of light. And they're insulated. Now, according to the website of Vanncamp, they said they had like a 20 to 30 degree reduction in the heat. And I did watch another video. A lady had a thermal gun and shot the window, put these in, and shot it again. And it was like almost 30 degree difference. And that would really be helpful, especially in, you know, extreme temperatures, you know, summer and winter, as keeping the heat in the winter and the AC in the summer. Because just single pane glass is not really, doesn't really have any insulation factor. So yeah, I really like them. I mean, I can see a little bit of light through the stitching, but not a whole lot compared to, you know, obviously just having these other things that I had. So yeah, I'm pretty impressed. And I like the way it fits around the rear view mirror here. I mean, that fits right on around it. It would definitely be easier to have two people put the front one in, take a little less time. But if it is just one person, you got to come over here to put the passenger one in too. So, all right. Well, I definitely think that's a win, that's for sure. Let me try these screens real quick, and I'm gonna see how they fit. But before I do that, let's see. I open the door and see how long it takes. Now they say you can fold this piece. Let me get you in here. There you go. You can fold this down and leave this piece, you know, open if you have your window cracked, so you can still get air through there. But yeah, listen to that. I mean, you can hear them. You can hear those. So I think they just fold down, and you can pull these right off. I'm not sure how to. Let me see how I can fold this thing. Not sure if I'm folding it correctly. It didn't really. I don't think it really matters too much, but they snap closed. Okay, that's cool. Okay, well, there you go. Since I'm sitting here, let's try a screen. Let's see how a screen fits. Obviously, there's two of these. You can just pull them because they're just magnets. You ain't gonna hurt them. Oop, it's got a tag on it. Let's see what it says. tell you, these these magnets are strong. I'll assume the tag here goes on the inside. So you can slap your screen up on there. All right, let's see here. Start at the top, work my way around. And shut the door. All right, well, that's pretty good. I mean, that's, well, of course, it's all the way around. Now, you got to remember, you have a door seal that will help seal that. The only thing I even see is maybe a little bit here at the bottom. I mean, I guess you could, it came with extra magnets, but I don't necessarily know if I would put magnets on my door to seal it. I think that's what they're for, so you can seal this to your door if you wanted to, but I don't think I would necessarily do that, but I guess time will tell. But so far, I mean, that's a pretty good screen there. I mean, if you've got your window down and, you know, you're definitely going to move some air. So that's pretty cool. All right, well, there's one screen. I don't really see a need to do both screens, but I got one anyhow. So, all right. Well, let me put this away real quick. Okay. So, here they are. Now this one comes with, they both come with bags. This one folds up really compact, I will say that, for the screens. Pretty big bag for the screens. It's got a little drawstring on it. So this will be super easy to store because it ain't very big. Here's the side ones here. They come with a bag. Pretty nice bag. Let's see how easy I can get them in the bag. All right, pretty easy, no problems there. Let's see the big one. This windshield one's heavy duty. That's a duty. Let's see here. All right, not bad. Not bad. Let me see here. Here's the old ones I had. They were with it when I bought it. Oh shit. Yeah, these guys, you know. Some for the sides, some for the front. I will not be keeping these, so these can go away. Throw them in the trash. So let's see where I could, I mean, it'll fit behind here. I wonder if I should get rid of these. Yeah. I guess if I scoot the seat up a little bit, it probably would fit back there. I will definitely say that's the hardest thing about a small RV is where to store everything. But I got room behind here, I believe. I can adjust for that. And the screen, I could put the screen up in a cabinet. Yeah. Screen can go in a cabinet. So what do you think? Think I should get rid of these? They were pelted, you know, pleated, and they were basically clear. It really didn't block a lot of light, and they did nothing for hot or cold. So it's got the track that runs around the front like you see. So yeah, those may be going the way of the Dodo, and I might be getting rid of them. No point in keeping them because I don't think I'm ever going to use them again. now that I got these. So let me know, what'd you think? They're a little pricey, but their stuff's on the website. I'll put a link down to their website down below, so if you want to check them out, if you got an E-Series, you can consider buying yourself a pair. So other than that, thanks for watching. Just give me a thumbs up down there in the bottom. Subscribe if you're remotely interested. So thanks for watching. See you later.